All right, guys, welcome back to our new subscriber game. Now, this is really exciting because we're starting this game at sort of the crucible, the beginning of the Earth, right? So volcanoes are still going off, and it's this sort of primordial ooze of life and explosions of different species, and nothing is stabilized at this point, right? Like, honestly, look at huge swaths of Asia have not yet even been settled with populated with players. Huge swaths of Africa. It does look like Europe has been spawned and very much spawned. Someone is spawning all over Europe. But North America, South America, there's still just a lot of uncertainty in this game. So if you're part of our viewership, please pay close attention right now. Okay, it's super, super important. All right, so you can see down here, we're just this little spattering of blue right now, but I promise you, we're about to be a blue plague that will take over all of Africa and dominate this game. But especially because this game is different than the last subscriber game. And this game, we are going to actively try to include all of the subscribers, even the people who can't fit technically into our coalition. So here's how we're going to do this. First of all, I really, really want to make sure that you know who is in the 7, okay? Who is in the coalition. So whether you're a subscriber who's, over here somewhere, or whether you're a subscriber who is, for some reason, in East Iceland. I love Mr. Boone. Mr. Boone's a badass. I know that guy. We've been playing for a while now. But anyway, it doesn't matter where you are. I want you to know who the core 7 are. And now you can bop over to the coalitions and find it, but I just want to make it a little bit easier for you, and you can just freeze your screen here if you need to. And here are the coalition players. So just take a look here, please. This is the 7, right? Italian Somaliland, North Mozambique, South Rhodesia. And I did this because it was just one of those lots of letters and numbers. But you can find South Rhodesia, Eastern Cape, Western Cape, Northern Cape, so pretty much all the capes, and German Southwest Africa. Okay, these are the 7 right now. Now, that's not to say that that's going to be the 7, because frankly, I don't think it's going to be. Somebody's going to drop out. Somebody's going to get, smothered or killed. I mean, if you watch our other, basically our other subscriber game, things happen, so this is not stable. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, we are in the primordial ooze right now. We are in the very early stages of the development of this world. But I do want you to know these 7 because I want you to know who to reach out to and share vision with. Reach out to these 7 and tell them who you are. And share vision and tell them that you're a subscriber. That's all you got to say is, I'm a subscriber. And some people have been saying, well, what if people watch the videos and they sneak in? Dude, I wish, look, my YouTube channel has 180 subscribers. And that means, I'm not famous, and we're not doing this for we're doing this because we're a community, and, nobody's coming in and trying to sneak into our thing. Like, this is us, man. Like, this is our thing. And that's kind of cool, actually. Like, if there were 1,000 or 10,000 viewers, then I would worry about that. But I don't worry about it because it's just us, I feel safe in that. Like, we're secure. And if, I'll tell you this, if anybody sneaks in and tries to attack us from within, we will turn on them and destroy them, so it's not even really a concern to be worthy of, don't be worried about it. So these are the 7, you can freeze the screen if you want. And if you're not in this 7, please reach out to the 7 and share map with them, because then once you do, then you'll have a map similar to mine. And my map, I have the benefit of being the caster here. My map has everyone. Like, it has the 7, but it also has the other people who have reached out to me, and they're blue, but they're not in the 7. But I want to tell you this, in this game, I want them to be as if they were in the 7. That means do not attack them. They're safe from any other blue person attacking them. And we attack together. We message each other. We and the thing is, like, so if you're not in the 7, you're not going to receive these messages that come into the universe message group, right? That's its own little sort of interior group. But I will say this, I will let you know if you're not in that group. I'll let you know during these videos. So that's sort of our meta thing. That's our expansion thing. That's how we can actually thwart the game. And instead of 7, we can have 14. We can have 20. We can dominate this game. So speaking as which, now I'm speaking to my 7 and I'm speaking to the others who are in this game. I want you to pay close attention to who are my other players. These are my players who are not in the coalition, but are in the brotherhood, in the sisterhood, in the family. Okay? So Zayden, who I believe is in maybe South Madagascar, he's one of us. Mr. Tandum in Kenya, one of us. Please don't attack him. King Bowler 1 in South Madagascar. Oh, that's what I was thinking. Oh, look at that. So both parts of Madagascar look like they're occupied. We'll go back and look at that. South Mozambique is one of us. South Transvaal is one of us. Natal, this is important, is one of us because Natal has seen some movement around his borders. Let's not attack him. He's one of us. South Angola, which he has a name before Shogun, but I'm too lazy to write it down. So it's something Shogun, but it's South Angola. Mr. Boone, my friend in East Iceland, he's doing his own little thing up there, and I love it. And then Smiley in Northwest Rhodesia. So if you want to freeze this screen, share map with these people too. Okay? Really, if you take the time and do this right now, what's going to happen is we're going to have this giant family of blue, and I say blue only because that's how please, let's not that this is not a Republican Democrat thing or blue red thing. Please no. Like, here we are, safe from that bullshit of the American political. Oh my God, don't get me started. I'm sick of it. No, when I say blue, I mean blue because they'll show up as your allies on this map. Now, if you're one of those people who uses the clown map, I'm sorry, I don't mean to disrespect you, but let me just show you nation colors. Like, whoa, like, I don't even, what? I'm sorry. I know some people love this, and they've made some good points too, because if one country really starts to dominate, you can see that color's country. But like, to me, I look at this and I'm just like, oh, I think I'm going to barf, like, what? So I do like to show the relations. To me, it just in my day-to-day, it simplifies things. I can see who my friends are. They're blue. My enemies are red. And at this point, I don't have any enemies. And everybody else is sort of beige, like just a neutral sort of beige. So please take this video to heart. I am casting a lot of videos early on because I really want us to get stable. I want us to find that stability. And what that means is I don't want any of my 7 coalition mates, freeze the screen if you have to, and I don't want any of my non-coalition subscriber viewers, I don't want any of us attacking each other. I want to see if we can play a game here where we work together as one unit and just dominate this game. Frankly, we're already dominating the other game where it's just 7 of us. So I don't even know what's going to happen if there are, 15, 16 of us? Like, if this whole blue nation that you see right here, and including all the way up into here, if this whole blue nation does not attack each other, but instead, remember, you can pass through that land and attack other stuff, which is what I'm going to have to do. Like, look at me. I'm sort of, look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Okay. I'm sorry. I had to do it. But look at me, like once I attack up into here, which I'm going to do, this is an AI. He only has 1, 2, 3, 4 territories. So I know he's not eventually going to be populated by a real human being, by a PC. So I'm going ahead and attacking up into here. I do notice that other people are attacking into those single Oh, is no one attacking into here? Somebody attack into here. That's a PC. I'm sorry. That's an NPC. An NPC. Guaranteed. There's only one territory. There's some others like that over here. Yeah, here we go. That's an NPC over here. So if it's just one territory or 3 or 4, go ahead and take it. It's food. If it's a larger thing, then it eventually might be populated by one of our allies. But as time goes on, like honestly, as another 12 hours goes by, if we don't populate with our viewership, with our subs, then it's going to be time to just go on the warpath. So I would just say to my blue friends here, if you know it's AI, and there's very few like that, 1, 2, 3, that we know are ally and are going to AI and are going to stay AI, then take them now. They're food. But I would wait a little bit longer to take these 8 territories, countries, because they might eventually populate with friends of ours, or they might eventually populate with doofuses. And so here's my thing. I would almost always rather fight a random enemy than the AI, because the AI does certain predictable and intelligent things that kind of suck. You know, they stack their territories, they build stuff, whereas a human enemy, they'll do all kinds of stupid stuff. So in one way, wait for this to populate, and if it's not one of our viewers, then even so, I think they'll be easier to defeat. So I'm counseling to hold on, but at the same time, I'm saying if you want to conquer, conquer. Like I'm not, do whatever you want. Honestly, at this point, at every point, do whatever you want. I'm here as sort of a captain to kind of like say, hey, let's do this. But honestly, I don't get mad when people do things. The only thing I get mad at is when my friends fight with each other, and that's when I try to find a resolution, because like that's the one thing I hate it the most. We fight with each other and then our enemy wins. I hate it. It sucks. So as we conquer north together, if somebody grabs something that you wanted, you can reach out to them and just say, hey, I was hoping to get that because I really need it for my economy. And you'll find that like 9 times out of 10, if you reach out to a brother and just be like, hey, I just, like, can you help me out? They'll respond with like positivity. I'm telling you, I've played this game a long time, and the social aspect of this game and the politics and the diplomacy. And when you reach out with friendship and also just like letting them know like what you need, then they a lot of times will respond with like, yeah, bro. And then boom, they gift you the territory, or they move their troops elsewhere. But if you come with that energy of like, hey man, I was coming for that, and la 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 la, then guess what? That's the energy that's going to come back at you. So really a lot of what I do as the quote unquote captain really does have to do with just like talking to my people and saying, hey, like, let's work together, man, because together, if you want to talk about how undefeated, but let's just jump over very quick. Most people who are watching this game are watching the other games as well, or are at least aware of the other games. But let's bop over to the other subscriber game here. Here we go. It's in day 20. I said 21, but it's in day 20. And it will probably take a half hour because my internet sucks. I've got Google Fiber, by the way. It's like, oh yeah, fiber optics. It's exactly as good as we let it be, because if you're not paying the full amount, we will choke it off. All right, so I just wanted you to see this is what cooperation looks like. This is what brothers not fighting with each other looks like. We have the entire Australian universe completely taken over, and we're moving into Asia. And you can see, if you look at the blue and the white, it's just embarrassing the amount of power we are flowing forward. I think I'm personally taking about 250 maybe 12 to 15 cannon, a few tanks, all streaming this way, and then all of my friends as well. But what I really wanted you to see was our coalition rankings, which are off the freaking charts. 138. We are getting trailed here by Central Europa Union, who has, about 14 less than us in terms of reward points. But what I like to look at is how are we looking at as far as our territory. So let's go to coalitions. Let's count by provinces. And now we're talking more like 50 provinces. We have 50 provinces more. Well, what difference does that make? Well, the difference is if we are actively conquering forward, those 50 provinces don't really count towards reward points because they're low morale and we haven't really developed them. But to me, that's more of a prediction of what's happening in the future. So I just wanted you to see, if you're in my new subscriber game and you're wondering, why should we work together when this dude, obviously this person stepped on my foot and pissed me off, and why should I listen to King Spankerton when he says, let's work together? That's why. That's why. Because if we do work together, and by the way, that game is when 7 people are working together. This next game is when I haven't even counted it. So 7 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what happens when 16 people work together? Which is kind of even like, it's not cheating, right? Because, we're not doing anything illegal or illicit. But what we are doing is we've got a coalition of 7 with 9 outer allies who we are functioning as full brothers and sisters and family in this game. And we refuse to attack them, and we will work together. And if we happen to try to take the same territory, we will work it out. We'll figure it out. I don't even know what's going to happen. We're going to just dominate this game. It's going to be embarrassing. Like, especially because we're starting in Africa. I love that. If we take all of Africa, holy crap, we have access to Europe. We have access to the Middle East and Asia. We also have a quick jump over to South America if we want to. So this is going to be really interesting. So again, please pay attention to those lists I shared with you. Let's share vision. Let's do that first and foremost. Moving forward, you can make your own alliances, your own side alliances. All that is great. But I do want to move forward unified and see what happens. All right. Okay, guys, this is a long video. Sorry about that. But we are starting out this new world and we're trying to get the tectonics right. We're trying to stabilize into something really powerful. All right, guys, I'll see y'all next time. Adios, amigos.